What's up guys, Ashtinho Plays here and welcome back to the FIFA 16 Sheffield United Career Mode series, and today we have episode 13 of season 3. So yeah, the intro doesn't quite show the games we'll be playing today, which are Stoke away in the FA Cup 5th round replay, Liverpool at home in the league, as well as Southampton away in the league. So anyways, with that amended, let's show the team we're going to be playing with against Stoke away. Now, we have literally, it was the second game of last episode, we played them away in the league, so, yeah, 3 games against them, in fact, in a very short space of time, so we're getting a bit sick of the sight of them, although, not really, because we got a draw in the FA Cup game in the first time we played them for the 5th round, and beat them 3-1 in the league, so, we're not quite so sick of the sight of them. If anything, we'd happily play them every week. So, yeah, anyways, that aside, hopefully in the snow we're going to get our 6th round place booked. It would be very nice if we could. And here, early stages, Dicko gets the ball back from Tolisso. He scores, and inside 3 minutes, we are 1-0 up in the replay. And on course already to make it through to the 6th round, bearing in mind we have made it to the semi-finals in both of the first 2 seasons, and if we do any worse then it'll be a negative reflection on the season's cup performance. So here, a good save from a free kick, and then here with our own free kick. What a strike. Honestly, what a strike. He has got that absolutely spot on. Corentin Tolisso with a stunning free kick. And honestly, we have not scored one better than that all season. Because I'm pretty sure we haven't actually scored direct from a free kick this season. But that changes here. I mean, just look at this strike. It is absolutely supreme. So we found ourselves 2-0 up inside the opening 45 minutes of the game, and it was 2-0 at half time, so yeah, I mean, it was all going pretty well. And early in the second half we advance. It's not really early in the second half because nothing was happening in the second half, may I just add. So that was actually it for the second half. In fact, it literally was that boring, but we hold out for the 2-0 win, and we are through to the 6th round of the FA Cup, the quarter-finals. We'll see who we get in that, but I have high hopes of getting through to the semi-finals again, and hopefully this time we are not going to go out at the semi-final stage. So yeah, anyways, that is for another time at the moment, and we got a home game against Liverpool in the league. In our last league game we lost 1-0 at home to Manchester United, so we're going to want to avoid 2 defeats in a row and hopefully get something out of the game. Now, earlier in the season, before we had our new signings in Ambrose and Tolisso, we hadn't won a league game, but since they've come into the side, things have changed a lot, we've got a lot better, and we are starting to pick up results at will. So there's no reason why we can't get the win against Liverpool, but honestly we'll see what happens. So as you can see, the 2 teams lining up, and Dicko is our most likely candidate to get a goal in this game, but it's never going to be easy because Liverpool are not exactly a bad side. So anyways, after a slight malfunction at the start, we were sleeping in the early stages and Benteke was not really covered, and him firing over was a bit of a let-off for us. But then here, Dicko gets in behind, takes the shot, and it almost creeps in at that bottom left corner. And then here from the corner, Burns picks up the ball and he takes the shot. It's a good effort on target and it's saved. But then here, what on earth was Edgar doing? I mean, that is just such a dreadful way to give away a goal before half time as well. passing it straight to the other team inside the box. Absolute suicide, and it was 1-0 to Liverpool at half time. They'd barely deserved it, and we just gifted them a goal. Absolutely put it on a plate for them. That should not have been happening whatsoever, but it did, and we were handicapped in the game from that point onwards. So here, we could have conceded again, but we didn't because it's a good save. And then, as the game went on, we started to find a few openings, but this one is well saved and could have gone in fact. And out on the right hand side, Agard cuts in. He finds Tolisso, and he doesn't get the shot away there, but he keeps up and gets the shot away, but it's saved. And we lose it on an awful goal to concede, and yeah, it's a really, really disappointing result. We should not have been losing that game 1-0 at all. Just should not have been happening, but it unfortunately did. And you know, like, if we want to go somewhere this season, we're gonna need to stop doing silly things like that to throw away points. But that said, I'm going to try and keep upbeat because we are still 7th position in the table and very much in contention to go higher than that if we can pick up our form. So, yep, same lineup as always here. And, well, apart from the interchanging right backs, but that won't make a major difference. So, yeah, it is the second game, it's actually the third, but the second in the league that we have played this episode. So, yeah, 2 league games this episode. I mean, it has been the norm of a lot of episodes lately because we've been playing in the FA Cup and it's been sort of coming in between league fixtures. And that means that we're only getting about 2 league games into every episode. But, you know, that's what happens in the second half of the season. You got multiple competitions that you're fighting for. And yeah, here in the early stages we never really get going against Southampton, and they score already. I mean, it's a very good finish, but got to question why no one's closing him down, and it is actually Juanmi who scores the goal for Southampton. Not a likely scorer for them, but he does in fact get the goal. And that was the only thing happening in the first half. It ends at 1-0 in the first half, in fact, to Southampton. And, you know, from an early stage in the game, we were pretty well handicapped. But in the early stages of the second half, Burns passes it to Wisdom. And honestly, how has he not scored? It is such poor finishing not to score that. But anyways, we have more openings in the game, and this time it's Agard hitting the post, and his rebound shot is far too tame. And then Southampton here are snuffed out. We go on the counter-attack. We've been very effective on the counter-attack this season. But was there anything on? Was there anyone making a run that was going to do anything? Agard was. He's found by Tolisso. He goes through, gets it saved, and it's an easy tap-in for Dicko for 1-1. And we have finally got ourselves back into the game. So unlike the Liverpool game, we do get on the score sheet. And it's an easy goal for Nuha Dicko. But here, we give the ball away. Could easily concede here, but the shot isn't on target and we get lucky. And yep, they continue to carve out openings. This one hits the post with a rasping long shot, but it stays out. A 1-1 draw, not the worst result for us. So anyways, we have steadied the ship a little bit, I guess you could say. And yeah, I mean, we're going to have to pick up quite a bit if we want to do anything really special to remember this season by. But I think you can argue it's already been a very good season and one to remember anyway. So, 7th position in the league, quarterfinals of the FA Cup. It's all going pretty well at the moment, you could say. And I would certainly agree. Because, you know, at the start of the season, this is much better than what we were expecting. And anyways, that is the end of this episode here. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.